Hey guys, it is 9:27 p.m. and it is, I believe it's the 29th, is it? No, it's the 28th. Actually, it's Wednesday, the 28th of August, 2024. I hope everybody's doing okay out there. I am just now getting settled in. It's been a really chill day today. I actually decided that I was going to go out and use my camera since I talked about it the other day. I was like, yeah, that's right. It's been like a couple of weeks and stuff. I'm like, girl, if you don't get your ass out there and use your camera like you said you wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on. And it happens so organically. Um, and I love when that happens. I was just out running my errands and doing what I needed to do. And then it was just like, that's why I always keep it in my bag, just in case. I just make sure I keep my battery packs and stuff like that with me, because at this point, it really is just a hobby. But I've had a lot of hobbies that I become really good at, and then eventually I can actually, turn into a business. And I was just like, you know what, let's not even think about turning it into anything right now. Let's just enjoy allowing whatever this is to make you happy in this moment, right? So, because the whole idea is that me having my camera on me, it motivates me to keep my eye open for creative visions and moments that need to be captured and things like that. People be spooked as hell too, you guys. And I hate you guys, if you see me out somewhere and you see me with my camera, please don't get paranoid, okay? I'm not trying to spy on you. I'm not a PI undercover, like none of that. Because people be real spooked. And I'm like, you don't have to be that way if you see me out somewhere. I promise you. I'm not even thinking about you. I promise you. Like, I promise you that. I'm in my own little world, and I like to focus on what's going on with me because there's so much that's going on in the world. And when I say in the world, I mean in my world and also outside of my little world. It's kind of like, let me just have my little piece. You feel what I'm saying? Let me have my thing. You know what I mean? Let me just do me for right now. Forget the judgments, forget people's opinions, forget people treating you crazy and doing all this stuff. Forget rumors, forget setups, forget everything that's being, hidden from you or whatever the case is. Just forget all of that. And let's walk in our purpose today. And I know that me being able to capture beautiful moments and having an eye for certain angles and architecture and lighting and things like that, it's really helped me kind of push through what I'm going through. It's not easy to be me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not at all. And I think a lot of people think that, oh, she's, entitled, or she this and that. And it's like, no, not really. Um, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, explaining myself, but, I do understand that there's a certain misunderstanding when it comes to me because I'm minding my business in my own little world while there's all this mess going on and people throwing me in the midst of stuff I don't even know that has happened. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you get me? So it's like I'm asking, like, hey, is something going on? And while I'm in my world, and people are just like scared to say something. And I'm like, why? You know? So, I don't know. But what I will say is that I have been able to find balance and peace from all that has been disrupted and stolen and corrupted and sabotaged and detoured, derailed, however you want to call it. And I really am thankful for that time. I'm very happy that I've been able to find myself back to myself. And I know that I'm supposed to say find my way back to myself, but no. I like the way that I say that when I like the way I feel when I say finding myself back to myself. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes while we're going through life, we don't necessarily realize we get so consumed with trying to figure life out, trying to handle X, Y, and Z or whatever is all going on in your world. You forget about you. You forget about yourself. You forget about your happiness. You forget about all that stuff, And I was watching something earlier today, and it was a single mom, and she was talking about all of the responsibilities that we we have to handle and juggle on top of the weight of the world, on top of everything that's going on top of the ever shifting society and societal standards, and that they try to pressure you to 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 keep up with. And you're like, dude, do you know I got all this going on over here? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for all that stuff, and then you pop out one day and people are like, oh my gosh, you could have done this and you could have done that. It's like, no, you don't know my life. You don't know anything about what I've had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, at all. You have absolutely no right to pass any judgment on anyone's life. You don't know what they had to go through. You don't even know what they're going through right now. So, the audacity. You feel me? Like, seriously. This is one of the reasons why I don't judge people. And if I do catch myself, because like I said, I'm not perfect. But if I do catch myself judging someone, I check myself on that, because I'm like, nah, you don't have that space. That's not for you to be saying such and such and such about whatever's going on in their life, right? That's not your place. Sometimes it's best to sit back and observe and take in information from different angles, just to see, like, okay, let me see what really resonates. Let me give some time to this situation before I get to passing judgment, right? We don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do that. And I find that so concerning. Seriously. Pause. Okay, I'm back. So I had to get some water, you guys, because I was like, Lord, I had picked up I picked up some water today because I was just like, Lord, I am completely out of water. I was like, I really need to like hydrate, I'm coming off of a 7-day cleanse, and I've just like incorporated or reincorporating my salads back into my diet. And it's really funny. I don't think I'm the only person who can relate to this, but you you know how you do like a cleanse, or well, I call them cleanses, but people call them detoxes. I've never really been able to kind of like grasp that word. Like, that's not the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of clearing your system out. I think it off top is just a cleanse. It's a physical and spiritual cleanse. So I'm coming off of that. I wanted to do a 7-day cleanse. But for those who, may be like, what is she talking about? It's basically just the same thing as a detox, except with you incorporate different aspects of, spiritual cleansing and things like that to it. It's more of a spiritual thing than it is just a health thing. A detox is pretty much, you're going to, however you decide to detox, whatever you detox with, it's really just a physical thing. Maybe to like, I guess, to rid your body of impurities, but a cleanse is truly physical, mental, spiritual, on many different levels. So I like to cleanse on a regular basis to clear out old energies, to balance my current energies, to renew my energy when I need to. If I feel like maybe there's something going on that is kind of causing me some, like maybe some discomfort spiritually, Maybe some people might have been around that might be a little toxic or something. I'm like, nah, let me go and do me a cleanse real quick. Let me go and wear my Palo Santo and let me get my little, herbs and stuff together. And, like, it's just the thing that I do. And I love it. I grew up doing it. So it's something that was taught to me by my mother, and I just kind of kept it up. So anyway, so that's what I mean. So I'm coming off of a 7-day cleanse, and I'm having my little salad and everything, and I was just like, you know what? I went to the local market, and I was like, man, I could really use like something that's healthy but still sweet. And I love to come up with all kind of different concepts, and I came up with this one concept for little vitamin bites. I call them Vita Bites, right? And I'm not gonna tell you guys exactly how I make them, but you can, once again, it's all on my Twitter. And I call them little affirmation Vita Bites because I am the affirmation with affirmation pure water and affirmation Vita Bites. I was cleansing. So everything that I cleanse with, I put the same ingredients in the Vita Bites. So I can share it with other people. It's basically old remedies from my grandmother that was passed to my mom, and then I use them, and you know hopefully I can pass them down to my daughters. It just is what it is. Um I don't know, y'all. So anyway, I went to the store and I was looking for something that could give me that same, kind of boost, but it was still healthy, and I couldn't find one daggone thing. And I was like, dang, I can't find one, like not even like a granola bar. Like there was nothing that was just like 100% what the Vita Bites were going to do for me. And I was like, you know what? That's a sign. You need to work on that. You need to put that out there. And so I ended up, long story shorter, you guys, I ended up getting myself a little, like a little health bar or whatever. And it was dipped in chocolate. And I was just like, Father, I just came off this daggone cleanse, and when I tell you that bar was gone, and like it was gone in 3.3 seconds. I need you to understand how serious it was. I was like, see, this is why I don't play around with these markets and what they have and all these little cute little candy bars and stuff like that. I'm like, no. So it's okay. I'm not too hard on myself, but I think I might actually start back working on perfecting the ingredients for my Vita Bites, and just kind of like let that be the only thing that I have, and whatever it is that I feel like I want to create on the side of that, I might just kind of stick to that, because at least I know what's in it and I know that it's still good for me. Same thing with consuming things outside of food. I just feel like I need to not consume things that are not good for me. And for me, in general, I think I have a high tolerance for negative energy because it's constantly being thrown at me, right? So I wouldn't say that I have a thick skin, because I am quite sensitive, but I can say that I could deal with people's negative energy because I've grown accustomed to people responding to me in that way, particularly women, so I deal with that. I don't know why they're like that, but they like that. So, I think that just what I watch online and things like that, I'm just kind of like not really interested in being a part of certain conversations. I honestly, I'm one of those individuals who I don't just stay in my own lane, baby. I create my own lane. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm the type of person, if you picture on a freeway and everybody's in one lane, everybody's in there. I'm the one with the little machine that puts the paint line down on the ground. I'm the one on the side shoulder creating like what will be equivalent to a bike lane. Uh-huh. And that's for me. Okay. So I'ma always be in my lane no matter what. Trust and believe that. No matter how I'm stepping, where I'm at, I have too many skill sets. You get me? And I'm able to do many things. I'm just not perfect at them. And I'm okay with that. And I love that because there's always room for development. So, you know, I don't know. This was my rant for the day, y'all. And I hope everybody's doing okay out there. I'm going to go ahead and hydrate, and I might have myself another salad. It just depends on how I'm feeling. And I might go ahead and get into a little bit of because I picked up the newspaper today. That's how I know, y'all, I'm getting up there in age. I'm like, girl, not picking up the newspaper every day. Not picking up the newspaper every day, you know. But no, in closing, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing or whatever. But let me see. Is there something that I want? Yeah, I think so. In closing, I want to say this. I'm a communicator. So if there is something that needs to be said, more than likely, I'm going to be the one to say it. And if there's something that needs to be done to balance a situation, I'm always down to contribute to that. But for the most part, I believe in harnessing positive energy. I'm not big on negativity, but for some odd reason, negativity seems to be gravitating my way. And I'm like, that's so weird because, people say you are what you attract. I said, I don't think that's very true. We need to rethink that. Okay. Because I've had some people get at me in some strange ways, and I literally will be like, hi, how you doing? And move on about my business, and I will have like the worst response from people. It's crazy. And I'm like, dang, what is wrong with the world right now? It's something seriously wrong with the world, honey. And I encourage people to speak on that. All right. I welcome your feedback in that particular area. I would love to know what's going on in the world. And because there's a lot of negative energy that is circulating. And as someone who's more on kind of like the flower child side of things, and more on the happier side of things, even when I have my bad days and stuff like that, like I said, I'm more of an optimist than anything else. But I'm like, what is actually happening out there that is causing all of this negativity and all of it? Like, what is happening out there? It has to stem past what's happening with the election and all that stuff. It has to stem past that. I hope at some point I find an article or something that can kind of like help me figure out what in the world is wrong with everybody. But until that happens, you guys, I'll talk to you later.